Kitco Mining special coverage of the Mining Investment Event of the North is brought to you by EMX Royalty Corp.
125 years after the gold rush, the Yukon is still bringing new supply online. And it's much more than gold today. Joining me now is Anne Lewis, Executive Director of Invest Yukon. Anne, welcome.
Thanks.
So happy to have you here on Kitco Mining. And I'm wondering, the Yukon Gold Rush happens in 1898, so this is the 125th anniversary. How are we still discovering massive new gold deposits?
I mean, Yukon's been blessed with a rich mining history for, as you say, 125 years. The distinction is there that the discovery was made in 1896 by Kate Carmack and the Klondike Discoveries, but it took a bit of time for the 100,000 Klondike stampeders to get all the way to Dawson back then. And that's really why we still have 125 years. The path to discovery and all the way through to production has changed significantly in that time. Evolving infrastructure, evolving relationships. And when you have an industry that is founded on the discovery by Indigenous people, we were built out of an ESG environment. And so as we are continuing to evolve in that way, we're seeing more and more great discoveries.
All right, now let's talk a little bit about some of the major discoveries. What are some of the biggest mining projects that Invest Yukon has been supporting since you started in, I guess it was 2009?
2009, yeah. So one of our founding members is Victoria Gold. So been working with them since the start. Of course, that was more early exploration and then advanced exploration. And it's been really exciting to see the largest gold mine in Yukon's history come into production. That happened actually in 2019 and then through COVID. So that really comes together because of the progressive and collaborative environment that we have in Yukon. So it's been incredible to see Victoria Gold. And then there's been great new discoveries from the whole White Gold District that kicked off the new gold rush in 2009, all the way through till 2012. And then more recently, exciting discoveries by groups like Snowline Gold and Sitka Gold.
Okay, and has the rising gold price, have you gotten more interest at this conference and places like this since gold has been approaching new highs and flirting with all-time highs?
I mean, gold and Yukon go hand in hand, and so I think when a lot of people think of our region, that's what comes to mind first. And of course, a positive gold price is always to our benefit. But these projects really have a competitive advantage in the jurisdictions, environment that they're operating in, from the geopolitical stability and support of government, both Indigenous, territorial, and then the communities. And that's really what's driving these projects forward.
All right. Now, we're also seeing a surge of interest in battery metals, a surge of investment as well. And demand for silver is increasing, especially from solar. How is that impacting what you're doing, and how are you guys supporting that?
Well, of course, Yukon's famous for gold, but incredibly large jurisdiction, very diverse geological endowment. More recently, the Government of Yukon's Geological Survey released our critical minerals inventory. But we've been known to have a number of excellent projects in silver and in the base metals. Of course, following the gold rush, there was a silver rush to the Keno district, which is where we saw Alexco's Keno projects, and that was then recently acquired by Hecla. So great to see that investment coming in. And then really exciting news out of Fireweed Metals with their silver, lead, zinc, and then their Mactung project as well. So a lot of diversity in the minerals in Yukon.
All right. And so what's on the horizon? How are you focused on keeping the momentum, I guess, on the gold side and on the other metals as well?
I think one of the advantages of Yukon Mining Alliance is that we get to talk about all the leaders in exploration and development. One of those, of course, is Banyan Gold Corp, fairly new discovery situated right between Victoria Gold's mine and then the Belkino district, which is a past silver producer. Watching projects like that advance is really amazing to see for the jurisdiction. You see those new discoveries and you see them advance quite quickly. And the technology has changed so that exploration throughout the year is possible. So we see, their program in particular, given that they've got strong access to infrastructure, they were drilling all the way up until Christmas and then restarted shortly into a new year. 125 years of history. The reason we can still find discoveries is, for a long time we were drilling for 4 months of the year. As we, move to better technologies, lower impact technologies, we're able to drill more year round. And so I think you're seeing an expedited timeline in terms of discovery.
And I guess that hopefully leads to an expedited timeline in terms of getting new projects online.
I mean, that's what the collaborative framework in terms of the regulatory system is for. Yukon is going through an updated process and looking to improve those systems. And that includes the territorial government, federal government, and Indigenous governments, and working with industry as well. So I think there's kind of a full court press on making sure it's a cohesive mining ecosystem.
All right. Well, thank you so much for talking with us today.
Thanks for having me.
I'm Ernest Hoffman for Kitco Mining. Keep it here for more coverage from the mining investment event of the North in Quebec City. And don't forget to subscribe.
Kitco Mining special coverage of the mining investment event of the North is brought to you by EMX Royalty Corp.